Am I tired? I still got the cough. I still feel, I still got this thing lingering on, but whatever. I'm forging through, doing what I need to do. Oh my Lord. Man, there's just so much. This full moon was intense. It's still intense. The moon has passed over. It snuggled up to Mars and then passed over Mars. Um, there's just a lot. There's a lot to uncover, and I think over the next couple days I'll be talking about a lot of things that are going to be coming forth for the energies and that. I was thinking of doing a vision board, and I've noticed all of these. All of a sudden, I've noticed a lot of vision boards coming out, like. I think Danielle Laporte is doing a vision board. Colette Baron Reed is doing a vision board. And then I started to see all these other people do vision boards. So it's like, wow, you know, I have a booklet that I wrote and I put together. So if people wanted to do a vision board, some of you have taken that class. And those who've taken the class on the vision board, I'd go back to that booklet and see where you could start to look at the things that you are wanting to create or you're wanting to work on through this year. This year is, and this full moon is, I know, like, Cancer is all about safety and security and family, and I want harmony and I want things to go well, right? And here we have this energies that are coming in that are like, and this is sort of an odd statement to say, but it's like, don't race after the happiness. And what I mean by that, it's like, oh, I need to obtain this. This is going to make me happy. I need to have this, and then my life is going to be golden, kind of thing. And usually that's fleeting. This isn't about, and she's on. I just said to, don't just forge ahead. Don't just push ahead, because it's like, I need to get through this. This is not even a year to do that. This is a year of working a lot with spirit, working a lot with the divine. We have Venus, who's exalted in Pisces right now, and she wants everything, and she wants everything glorified. It's like Housewives of LA or Housewives of wherever, because they always want everything so perfect, but they're just fucking drama queens, right? And I gotta take a drink of water. They want to take everything to this extreme, and you have Saturn there, and he's basically saying, hold your horses, girl. Just hold on. You can't sit there and do that. You're gonna fall flat on your face. You're gonna be very disappointed. You have to look at where your boundaries are. And in a few months, Saturn and Venus are going to be nuzzled up together for what I think I put down for 24 days. 24 days. Now, when planets like this are together for a long time, crazy shit happens. Just saying. And Venus is going to be going retrograde in a few months, along with Mercury. So this is where it's like, okay, I really have to look at, where is my passion? Where is my spirit? Where is my connection with the divine? And that's one of the things that I kind of noticed with some of the vision boards that are being presented, is an element of a connection. It's like, what's going to make me happy? What's going to do this? And I'm just like, yeah, how do I explain this? That's only one point, right? Because it's not so much of what's going to make me happy, because I mean, yes, happiness is great and good, but it's looking at humility. It's looking at faith. It is looking at it's okay for someone to be greater than I am. It is okay, and it's that somebody can go further than I can. That I don't have to compete. I don't have to be part of that competition. That what I have to do or what I need to do is to step into the sacredness. Because when we step into that vibration and those frequencies, you start to see it's like that eagle's perch. You start to see that everybody's running around like a bunch of little mice. And they're running around and saying, "Oh, but I want to manifest this, and I want to have this, and I want to have this, and all of this." And it's true. All of this is what you're thinking is going to make me feel better. That is going to make me feel glorified. That is going to make me feel fabulous. Where in truth, it's coming back down and coming back in to the divine wisdom. It's allowing yourself to trust in this higher frequency, and it's like almost like it's like I'm gonna say like I could see it and I can feel it, and um there's things that are happening and I can't talk about on here, unfortunately, because of certain people. And but there's things that I'm watching, I'm seeing them unfold, and I'm just like, holy shit, you know, the insecurity that is being shown by others. And I'm very much the type of person when, shit's going crazy or shit's hitting the fan, and I will step back and I will want to observe, not get totally into it, right? And so this is about don't go through, and get hung up on a lot of stuff. This is where it's like that humility is really coming in strong. And especially after this full moon. This full moon, it wasn't an easy one. This full moon is getting you to push into areas that you maybe don't like to go into, areas that are uncomfortable, areas that are making you to say things and do things that you've never done before. And that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to get you to go and do things that you've never thought you would do before, or look at your the way that you drive to work and you're deciding to go in a totally different way because you've never done this route before, but it's uncomfortable because you don't know it. But it's getting you to look at new surroundings and to get outside of the box. And that's difficult. I mean, I'm a fixed sign, so getting outside of the box is a huge piece. Like it's very difficult for me to get outside of the box because I get very set in my routine and in what I want to do and where I want to live and how I do things. So getting into a position where it's saying no, we want to get you into a new position. We want to get you to do things differently than what you've done before. And that's where it's like, okay, what does that look like and what does that mean? And there are some information, ideas that have come to me. I'm just like, whoa, that it scares the hell out of me because I haven't done them before. I've thought about them before, but they've been ones that I've been, whoa, this is uncomfortable because one, maybe I don't think I am worthy of doing them, or maybe I believe I am not good enough at doing them, right? And many times it just pushes you to a place where it's getting you to really look at a new way and to pay attention to of what you seek, and be careful of watching out for that Venus who wants the ecstasy, who wants all of this glitter and throwing glitter on things. And it reminds me of this. I just watched this TikTok, this Irish guy who people are putting glitter and pickles. You want a glittered pickles. It's just like, no, you don't need to put glitter and pickles for crying out loud, right? But that's the thing. It's like, what is where's the glitter being put upon? Because this is a needle that's being thread, and it's a needle that's bringing in emotions. So it can get very intense in trying to thread this needle and seeking the identification of how I feel. And are you able to get this filled up? Is this really what you are wanting and desiring to fill up? And this is a very, especially with the frequencies, that this is a bad time for gambling. This is a bad time to really put your eggs all in one basket and think, oh, this is it. This is going to give me everything that I desire. And then you go and find out it's just like, oh, well, there's nothing there, or this really isn't what I should be doing. Like somebody, you buy a a lottery with somebody and they say, "Oh, we won the lottery," and you run over and you thought it was the big jackpot, and you found out it's only $100, but you went out and you just, oh, I want to, I got a hold of a realtor and I was going to buy this house. I was going to do this. I was going to do that. I was going to invest in that. This is going to be where it's like, yeah, not a good time for that. Not a good time to really, push into this way. So it's to get through and not power through. And it may feel like you're wearing might feel like you're drunk and you haven't even been drinking, right? So this is allow yourself to listen, to wait, to allow for your response, right? To feel, where is that response in my body? Is it a uh-huh, or is it I don't know. So this is really a time, of really paying attention to oneself and not jumping on the bandwagon because everybody else is jumping on the bandwagon, right? So this is where a lot of craziness I can see unfolding for people just extending themselves or doing things that they shouldn't be doing, or thinking that they got it. They have it all together. They have it in the bag, and it's like, I own the bag. Ha 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 ha. Look at me. And it's like, when they open the bag, there's nothing there. It's just empty. It's just dust, right? So be aware of that. And I think sometimes there's like, I'm observing that in many different places right now. And it's like, oh, I want to come in with humility. I want to come in with kindness. I want to come in with understanding, right? But it's just almost where, if you're trying to put somebody under the bus, if you're trying to um feel you're better than somebody else, man, that's going to be a hard lesson, man. It's going to be a hard lesson. This is a huge year on humility. This is a huge year on love and divine timing. And divine timing has to do with love. It's not having to do with want. Yeah, we all desire to have something really nice in our life. But this is where it's like, okay, I have, I need to trust that I'm going, and I need to come back within my heart chakra. And the heart chakra has been being worked on for a long time. People have been working on their heart chakra, but now we're going to work on the heart chakra, but we're also going to go down to the sacral, to the feelings, right? Where are you feeling it? Where are you experiencing this? And if it's making you sick, if it's making you feel unwell, then you have to take the step back and say, okay, where do I need to go? And the thing is that when you're listening, it's not a loud voice. It's a whisper. It's a whisper. And everybody wants a loud big bang. They want, oh, I want the million views, or I want this, but it's like, no, it's the small, it's those little things. It's those little voices that get you to where, and doing, this is what makes my heart sing. I just love doing this. And sometimes that means not everybody's going to like what you're doing, right? Or they're going to think you're batshit crazy, right? Because you're doing, this is what I need to be doing for myself, and this is what fills me up, and this is what makes me closer to my divine. So one of the things I'm looking at, I don't want to say anything right now because sometimes when I say it, it just falls to the wayside. So I want to make sure that I I am confident enough to step forward to start to do some of these new teachings that I've been asked to do, and it's they're very uncomfortable. I'll just say that they're very uncomfortable with what I'm being led to look at and to teach, and to bring forth to others. And it's something that um, some people will be, I think, upset. Other people won't give a shit. Other people will be like, yeah, that's cool. But I feel like, I it's, I don't know, stepping out of the fear and into that light. So uh, we'll see how this unfolds. Aw, thank you. Thanks, Declan Joe. Yeah. Yeah. Here, look at the Knight of Swords reversed. Don't go fast. Don't think that you can race through shit right now. This is definitely not a year of racing through a lot of stuff. This is a year of allowing the guidance to come through, and um and going with that. And one of the things I guess I always have to talk, I always have to share, but one of the things is that divine will, right? Sorry guys, my hair was I was my neck was heating up so much that I started to really get hot. So I had to put my little bunny ears on. These are my bunny ears. So I put my bunny ears back on. So having to look at what divine will is, and doing a dive into divine will. What is divine will? What does divine will mean? I mean, it's easy to say, but it's hard to walk it, right? It's hard to be it. So that divine will is a really big piece, and in it, yeah, here we have, we're wanting to go in a certain direction. We want to go somewhere. We want to go, and this is like swords. Swords are a bitch, right? So when you get swords in the tarot card and they come out, it's like you better listen the fuck up. I mean, cups are great, pentacles are great, wands are great. Swords are like, hey bitch, are you listening? I mean, there's a reason why she's the queen of I don't give a fuck in the swords, right? It's like, listen, bitch, you can't do what you think you're going to do. You got to really look at the situation, analyze the situation. You're not going to get to where you want to go if you're going to try and force your way. It's not going to happen, right? It's yeah, this was a beautiful moon, but this moon was with Mars retrograde in Cancer. He hates it there. And Venus is squaring over, right? So there's this square. And then there's this Jupiter square, right? So the two benefics are squaring each other because they want to have something, but Jupiter isn't that strong because he's in Gemini. So he wants to inflate everything and make it big. And here's Venus trying to inflate things because she's in a great place. But here comes Mr. Saturn saying, sorry, girl, you can't do that. You can't have that right now. Put that lollipop back down because you're not getting it. And then Mars just has a tizzy fit because it's like, well, that's what I wanted to do. And this moon was supposed to be like so beautiful and loving, and we want it to feel so good. But it's saying, no, wake the fuck up, because Things are going to be changing in such a dramatic way, in such a diverse way, in whirlwinds and conflict, that you have to be secure in where you are right now. If you're trying to escape and go to a different place, go to someplace else, it ain't going to work. If you, that place over there is better. Oh, that's, if I live there, if I move from here, it's going to be better. And it's saying, no, 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 no. Get to your security. Yeah, because, justice is even reversed. So be secure with where you are. If you're not secure with where you are, if you're trying to race things and you're thinking like, I need to get over there. This is the way my life is supposed to look like. Well, there's a fucking bomb there that's going to say it ain't that, it's not supposed to look that way. I'm sorry, honey. We got a whole different way for you. And when you allow for that new way, when you allow for your God, your goddess to come in, that's where that divine will, that's where that higher frequencies of energy start coming in and saying, you know what? You're doing good. You're doing good. We're just slowing it down because we want to make it better. So there you go. If you're wanting a reading, you wanting me to look at your natal chart and stuff, definitely get a hold of me and we can book you in. And I'm going to send you guys out with so much love. So may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you and all you say and all you be and all you do. I'm going to start putting some stuff together for a new workshop that I've never taught before. And it is going to be one that is different than what I've done before, a lot different. So sending you guys out so much love. Love you all. Bless you. Bye-bye.